coach? Is that the way you drew it up?
No, but it's beautiful. At the end, we have 3 points. So again, I don't know, we gave away a goal, like very naively, and I don't know, in a very, I don't know how to say, yeah, really naive way. Then in the first half, we weren't playing well because I think our back line was too low, and it gave them the possibility to pressure, to play the ball and skip our pressure. But even though we weren't playing well, we had the chance to tie in the first half. We were pushing, we were trying to cross. I think our offensive player were trying to overdoing. I was a little bit angry because they weren't doing offensively the thing that we tried. We were all trying to win the game with a special thing instead of doing our scripted play, I would say. And so in the second half actually went much better, and in fact we had the chance, the possibility, of course, pushing more. They had one big chance and Cody made a save, but at the end I think when we scored the tie, I think it was a fair result because we pushed much more. Then at the end we scored the 2-1, so we take the win, even if maybe the tie was a fairer result.
Talk to us about the decision to put Simon in this game late in there, and what it means to see him get that kind of a goal.
Well, it's we have to be honest, guys. We had a full bench, but Sebastian, Alessandro, and Janio came for emotional support because they're not ready to play, and so that's they wouldn't have been available if we didn't have a lot of players out. So we knew that the fifth substitution would have been Simon, and it was according to how the game was going. If we were going with if the result was up or we were doing well, it would have been Simon for toss and staying with the same 3-4-3 as usual. And we decided to took off a defender, put Simon with Cav up top and toss wide, and to be more aggressive and play on the paper 4-4-2, but it was almost a 2-4-4. So that's in the last 10 minutes, and luckily it went well. We put more pressure and we scored the 2 goals.
One last one for me. What does it mean to get this kind of result at this point in the year when you are still chasing the playoff spot?
I think that this win is, if we make the playoff, I think that should be in the highlights reel. If we make the playoff, that this is the win that should go there. Because if we win the playoff, it's all because of this win. So it's a very important game, and we go from 0 to 3 points that allow us to stay on the course of what we said, starting the new mini league after the cup of. Trying to win at home and sneak in 1, possibly 2 good results away. So it allows us to, I don't want to say relax, but don't go in emergency mode against the Galaxy and try to go there and make a result there in LA.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Gemma. We'll go to Joshua Ray up next. Go ahead, Josh.
Hey, Vanni, how's your heart rate?
Yeah,
right
it's okay because, to be honest, I didn't realize we scored the second goal. So everyone was celebrating. I thought the goalkeeper saved it. And then I saw everyone, more than the heart rate, in the celebration, I think someone did hit my jaw, and I have a little bit, maybe I'm up for some soup tonight instead of spaghetti or pizza.
What is it with you guys and scoring goals so late and causing a nervous energy among the fan base?
The scoring goal at the end, it's because we are a team. 2 things again. We are a team that is the will to win of these guys, the will of putting the heart beyond every obstacles is enormous. The other thing is that, again, I think physically we outpaced them in everything, and in the last 30 minutes only one team was on the field. They weren't able to get out. We were always getting the ball and attacking, and they were just defending. The same thing happened with Nashville last week. So again, head off on the will of the guys and also on their physical preparation.
And with Lyman and Ali contributing very greatly tonight, what does the Whitecaps SC2 system mean to your club?
It means everything. I battled, to be honest. I wanted. I always say that the biggest miss of this team was not having a second team. I think what the club did with the investment last year when I was having the team even without the league, and this year that we with the league, it allowed us to, even in a day where we had a lot of problem, to have guys ready to go because they already played 20 games, 20 professional games, of course at a lower level than MLS, but at a high level, and that allowed them to transition smoother. I would say in the first team. That's the same thing happened with Isaac when he played, and hopefully we will have space for someone else before the end of the year.
Awesome. Thanks, Vanni.
Thank you.
Thanks, Joshua. We'll go to JJ Adams up next. Go ahead, JJ.
Hey, Vanni.
Hey.
Big win tonight, but you guys had to score late again.
Yeah.
Is that sustainable for you guys to be a playoff team? And
No,
where would you be in the standings if you didn't have to play from behind every night?
It's not sustainable for us. It's again, I think we need to be better. We need to be better in starting the game and be ourselves from the beginning. To be honest, today we started the game well, but we conceded that goal that I want to see it again because, it's kind of childish to concede a goal like this. So, and then it's hard to score because it's hard to score. It's not easy. It's a low scoring game, soccer. So if you concede easily one goal, then it's hard to come back. And since you push, you risk to concede the second goal. That's the I agree with you. In order to go to the playoff, we need to have games where we are up in front at the end of the first half for sure.
Last one for me here. You brought in Julian Gretel as a wing back, but he finished out the second half playing as more of a 10 in the spot vacated by Pedro. Was that in his wheel bag? Was that by necessity, or was that something you guys figured out?
Well, it is both. It's a necessity because today, with all out and we didn't have Dajo, that normally is an alternative there. We didn't have Brian, so we couldn't play. Sometimes Brian even played there, so then Daber is out to the rest of the season. It was between him and Raposo, and he played more in that position than Ryan Raposo. So I decided to have Ryan, and also Ryan looked a little bit fresher than Julian. Julian, I think he's very demanding our game compared to what they were doing in DC, and so it was a little bit kind of going down physically at the end. So I wanted him to have it on a higher position instead of going up and down for the entire right side.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, JJ. We'll go to Michael McCall up next. Go ahead, Michael.
Hey, Vanni, congratulations.
Thank you.
You touched on it off the bat there, just about the fighting spirit of this team right to the end. Now, obviously, that's something that you can't teach, really. It's just something that has to be in players. Can you expand a little bit on why they play so well like this as a team, and why they have suddenly, or not suddenly, but I guess this season, found this never say die spirit? What brings it out of them?
I would say the last season too. I don't know if you remember when I came on, and we won a lot of games fighting together. First of all, it's a fantastic group. That's group of good people, not only good players, good people, and people that they want really go towards the objective together. Second thing, I think you say that you can't teach it. That it's true, but you can't. You can, I would say, grow it. And I think we grew it this thing because we give opportunity to everyone. There's no one in this team that says, "Hey, I'm not playing. I'm never playing. I'm out of the group. If I'm not training well, I don't have a chance." So if everyone gets a chance, everyone feels invested, and that's the reason why every time when someone comes in is doing very well, and every time that someone comes off is the first one to, let's say, support the guy who came in.